Welcome, friends. I am Ankita Meshram, MTech in Structural Engineering, Faculty of Civil Engineering Department at Tulsiramji Gaikwad Patil College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur, accredited with NAC A+ grade. Okay, so friends, today we are going to discuss about the introduction to Surveying 1. Okay, so basically, according to RTMNU syllabus, Surveying 1 subject included in 4th semester. Okay, the course code of subject is BE 404T. Okay, so first of all, before starting the surveying one, I want to tell you about the evaluation of subject according to the RTMNU. 80 marks is for your external theoretical examination and 20 marks is based on your internal performance, right? So total 100 marks is the weightage of the subject surveying one. Okay, so before executing any civil engineering structure, first of all, you have to carry out the surveying. Okay, so the objective of the subject surveying one is number one, students are aware of various surveying instruments which are used for performing the surveying, right? Their operating principles. Okay, number two is students are able to understand the various calculation methods used for converting the field data to required format for plotting work. Okay, number three objective of the subject is students are able to develop skills of handling instruments and plotting maps and reading of maps. Okay, so the outcome of the subject surveying one is students are able to do temporary and permanent adjustment of various instruments which are used for carried out the surveying work. Number two is students are able to measure the linear and angular measurements, right? They are able to draw maps, okay, that is plotting of maps. Okay, next is the students are able to calculate the area and volume of various civil engineering. Okay, and at last students are able to undertake various civil engineering surveying works. Okay, so basically these are the objectives and outcomes of the subject surveying one. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about the units which are covered in the subject surveying one. Okay, so unit number one is based on chain and compass survey. Okay, that is the linear and angular measurement. Okay, unit number two deals with leveling and contouring. Okay, units number three deals with dumping used for performing the leveling work. Okay, leveling called as to determine the elevations of various points. Okay, then unit number four is also based on angular measurement, right? Theodolite is the instrument which is used for carried out the leveling work. Okay, then unit number 5 deals with plane table surveying and computation of area and volume of earthwork. Okay, again plane table is again an instrument which is used for performing the surveying work. Okay, then unit number 6 deals with hydrographic survey, that is the underground surveying. Okay, and the various surveying equipments. Okay, so whatever the equipments which are used for carried out the surveying work, you are deal in unit number 6. Okay, so before starting you must know that every execution of any civil engineering structure, before executing any civil engineering structure, first of all you have to carry out the surveying work. Okay, so now students, I'm going to start this presentation, that is introduction to surveying one. Okay, so now definition of surveying. See here, surveying is the science and art of determining the relative position of points above, on, or beneath the Earth's surfaces and locating the points in the field. So basically, surveying is the basic civil engineering subject, right? In which a point, okay, the relative position. That means with some reference point, you have to establish your points above, on or beneath. आपको अपने पॉइंट्स एस्टैब्लिश करने हैं अर्थ सरफेस पे और अबव द अर्थ सरफेस और बिलो द अर्थ सरफेस. Okay, so basically it is defined as the determining the relative position of points above, on or beneath the earth's surface and locating the points in the field. Okay, next. So surveying is the art, and again there is another definition, you may go with this definition also. Surveying is the art of determination of horizontal distances, differences in elevation, directions, angles, location, and areas and volumes above or beneath the surface of the earth from from linear and angular measurement. So basically in surveying, you have to determine the horizontal distances, the elevations of different points, determination of the angles, determination of areas and volumes. Okay, so in surveying, you have to carry out these operations. Okay, next. So basically, the work of the surveyor, from the surveying work known as surveyor. Okay, so basically he or she may consist of the 5 phases, right? Number 1, events and final points locations, okay, which are used for carried out the surveying work, right? Number 2 is field work and data collection, okay, making measurements and recording the data in the field, right? So first of all, the surveyor should have the decision making skill, okay, so that which method are used for performing the survey, right? तो इन सब का डिसीजन सर्वेयर को लेते आना चाहिए कि वो कौन सा मेथड अप्लाई करने वाला है फॉर परफॉर्मिंग द सर्वेइंग वर्क, कौन सा इक्विपमेंट वो यूज करने वाला है फॉर परफॉर्मिंग द सर्वेइंग वर्क. ओके, देन द नेक्स्ट फेज इज making measurements and recording the data in the field. This is a very important phase because while carried out the survey, you have to take recording data in the field. Okay, so this both the factors are very important. Based on that, the phase 3 is depend. That is computing and data processing. Okay, so preparing calculations based upon the recorded data to determine the locations in a usable form. So whatever the data you collected from the field, you have to analyze that data. Okay, and you have to preparing the calculations based upon the recorded data. So basically in step number 3, in phase number 3, you have to analyze the data, right? Okay, then in step number 4, mapping or data representation. Whatever the data you analyze in phase number 3, now in phase number 4, you have to represent that data or mapping that data. Okay, so plotting data to produce a map, plot or chart in the proper form. So data representation is to be properly carried out in phase number 4. Okay, then phase number 5, that is stake out, locating and establishing monuments or stakes in the proper locations in the field. Okay, next. So objectives of surveying. Okay, so what are the objective, right? The is the preparation of plan or map with the help of field measurement. So basically after performing the surveying work, you have to prepare a plan which you already taken in the field while performing the surveying work. Okay, next is the result of the survey when plotted and drawn on paper constitute up to the measurements you have to deal with in field. Then you have to recorded that data, and according to that data you have to plot a map, right, or plan. Okay, so basically the objective is to prepare the different types of plans or maps with the help of field measurements, right? So the next point is to prepare the different types of plans like map of a country, topographical maps, cadastral maps, plans for engineering works like roads, railways, bridges, etc. Okay, so these are the map, right? These are the some examples of map which you prepared after the surveying work. Okay, so as you all can see that this is a topographical map. Okay, so what is meant by topographical map? First of all, the topographic map in this surveying, okay, you have to determine the natural features of the country. Okay, so in this type of survey, determination of the natural features of the country carried out, like river, streams, lakes, hills, etc. Okay, and such artificial features of roads, railways, canals, towns, villages. So basically it is the overall topography of the country. Okay, next map is cadastral map. So the cadastral maps are made for fixing of property lines, calculation of land area, or the transfer of land property from one owner to another owner. Okay, so basically it is a city survey. Okay, basically it is a cadastral map in which you have to locate the boundaries of the field. Okay, next, engineering survey. So as you all know, the engineering survey, that means the alignment of the road, the railways, the direction, the route of roads and railways. Okay, so whatever included in engineering, okay, engineering data, according to that data you have to prepare this engineering map. Okay, next is contour map. So basically contour is the determination of the elevation. Okay, determination of the elevation, that is the vertical distance of the object. Okay, so basically the contour map is prepared after the determination of elevations. Next. Next is uses of surveying. Okay. So, what are the different uses of surveying? Okay. To prepare a topographical map, which I already shown in the previous slide. This shows the hills, valley, rivers, villages, town, etc. of a country. Okay. Then to prepare a cadastral map, right, showing the boundaries of the field, houses, and other properties. Okay. Then to prepare engineering map to show details like roads, railways, canals, all the engineering structure. Okay. To prepare military map showing roads, railways, communication with different parts of country. Okay. Next uses is to prepare contour map and to determine the capacity of reservoirs and to find the best possible route for roads, railways. So basically, as I told you, the contour is a determination of the elevation. Okay. Next is to prepare archaeological maps. Okay, which is basically the surveying of the ancient structure exist. Next is to prepare a geological map showing the area included underground, beneath the earth surface or on the earth surface. Okay, for collecting the geological data or preparing the geological map. Okay, then moving forward, what are the various types of surveying classification? Okay, so basically there are two divisions of classification. Number one is primary classification and number two is secondary classification. Okay, so based on primary classification, it is classified into two categories. Number one is plain surveying and number two is geodetic surveying. Okay, so in plain surveying, the shape of the earth is spherical, as you all know, the earth having a spherical shape. Okay, but thus the surface is obviously curved because जब स्फेरिकल फेस जो है अर्थ का सरफेस जो है वो कर्व सरफेस होता है. ओके, बट इन प्लेन सर्विंग the curvature effect of the earth is not taken into consideration. Okay, हम curvature जो है earth का वो consider नहीं करते हैं while performing the surveying work. Okay, so this is because plane surveying is carried out over small area. Okay, अब ये consider क्यों नहीं किया जाता है? Because this particular type of plane surveying is carried out over a small area. So the surface of the earth is considered as a plane. So while doing the survey having plane nature. Okay, so the degree of accuracy required in this type of surveying is completely very low. But obviously काफी कम हो जाता है in this type of surveying. Okay, so plane surveying is done on the area of less than 250 kilometers square, 250 or 260 kilometers square, right? 250 or 260 kilometers square, you can go with the plane surveying. Okay, without taking the curvature of the earth into account. Okay, next, the next type of classification is geodetic surveying. Okay, so in geodetic surveying, the curvature of the earth is taken into consideration. Okay, because the area extend beyond 260 kilometers square, right? So in this type of surveying, when the area is larger or greater than 250 or 260 kilometers square, you have to go with geodetic surveying by considering the curvature of the earth. Okay, so the line joining any two points considered as a curved line. Okay, so here in this case, a curvature of the earth is taken into consideration while performing the geodetic survey. Okay, in this method, a very high precision or accuracy is required. Okay, as the area is larger. Okay, so a high precision, high dedication, high precision, okay, or accuracy is required in this geodetic survey. Okay, so the students, when you are able, okay, when you are performing the survey in this subject under the practical slot, okay, so you have to consider the area is small, because आप लोग जो परफॉर्म करते हो वो स्मॉल एरिया पे परफॉर्म करते हो. ओके, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द योर सिलेबस यू गो विद द प्लेन सर्वेइंग. ओके, इन दैट द कर्वेचर ऑफ द अर्थ इज नॉट टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन. ओके, next. Secondary classification. Okay, so first of all, the classification based on instrument. Okay, number one is the classification based on instrument. These all are the secondary classification, right? So based on the instrument is number one, chain surveying. Okay, so in this type of surveying, a metric chain is used for taking the linear measurements, that is the horizontal distances on the ground surfaces. Okay, so in this type of surveying, in chain surveying, there are chains used. Okay, with the help of chain you have to measure the linear measurements. Okay, next is compass survey. Okay, so in compass survey there is an instrument called as compass. Okay, from that instrument you are able to determine the angular measurements over the field. Okay, next is plane table survey. Okay, another, a plane table is used, right, for carried out this surveying work. In this type of survey, the plotting work, okay, and taking the measurements are simultaneously carried out. Okay, because it consists of plane table in which you have to put a drawing sheet. Okay, field पे measurements भी लेना है और साथ ही साथ में वो प्लेन टेबल के शीट पे आपको प्लॉटिंग भी करती जानी है. ओके, सो टेकिंग द मेजरमेंट एंड प्लॉटिंग द मैप आर कैरिड आउट साइमल्टेनियसली इन दिस टाइप ऑफ सर्वे बाय यूजिंग अ प्लेन टेबल. ओके, next is theodolite survey. Okay, so in this type of survey, a theodolite is an instrument which is used for carried out the surveying work. So basically in this type of surveying you have to determine the angular measurements. Okay, angular measurements or elevations. Next, tachometric survey. So in tachometric survey, theodolite as an instrument is used, right? But in tachometrics you are able to determine the linear measurements, angular measurements, and elevations also. Okay, so basically horizontal distances, vertical distances, and angles, all these three terms you have able to determine in tachometric survey. Okay, the last one is photographic survey. As you all know, you have to take different photographs with some angles, okay, for determining, for carrying out the surveying work on the surface of the earth. Next, next classification, under the secondary classification is based on the methods. Okay, so basically these are the two methylation survey. You have to divide the whole area into different small triangles. Okay, पूरा एरिया को आपको छोटे छोटे ट्राइंगल्स में डिवाइड करना पड़ता है, and you have to survey each triangle separately. Okay, so in this way you are able to cover the whole area, right? Next is traverse survey. So in traversing survey you have to carry out the वर्क पे, देन आप आगे बढ़ते चले गए, फिर आपने नेक्स्ट पॉइंट पे परफॉर्म किया, देन नेक्स्ट पॉइंट पे. तो बेसिकली इन ट्रैवर्स सर्वे अ ट्रैवर्स इज फॉर्म, वेदर इट इज क्लोज ट्रैवर्स और वेदर इट इज open traverse, depending on the type, depending on your method. Okay, next classification is based on objects. As I already told you, objects like geological survey, mine survey, archaeological study of the deals with the surveying of the earth surface or below the earth surface, right? Mine survey, that is mining, right? Archaeological survey deals with the ancient structures. Okay, then the military survey deals with the boundary of the different countries. Okay, surveying of the land surfaces or boundaries of the countries, right? Next classification. The next classification is based on nature of field, right? So there are only three types, that is land survey, marine survey, and astronomical survey. Land survey carried out on the surface of the earth or marine survey carried out beneath the earth's surface, astronomical survey carried out above the earth's surface, that is in the atmosphere. Okay, next. These are the some other types of survey, that is photogrammetry, boundary surveying, control surveying, okay, engineering surveying, right? Topographic surveying, route surveys, hydrographic survey. So in unit number 6, you will deal with the hydrographic surveying, that is the mapping or short lines and the bottom of bodies of water, also known as bathymetric surveying. Okay, so you in this type of surveying you are able or you deal with the water bodies. Okay, the water bodies below the earth's surface, right? In route survey, the topographic and other survey for long narrow project associated with civil engineering projects, highways ho gaya, railways, pipelines, transmission lines. So all this type of surveying included in this route survey. And topographic survey, that is the nature of the country, nature of the land, right? So these are the 7 types of other types of surveying also. Okay, next. The very so basically there are two principles of surveying. Number one is to work from whole to part. Okay. Number two is to locate a new station by at least two measurements. Okay, that is linear measurements or it is angular measurement from a fixed point. So one by one, I'm going to discuss about number one principle, that is to work from whole to the part. So this is the very important and very first principle of surveying. Before starting any surveying work, you have to follow this first principle, that is to work from whole to the part. Okay, the main principle of surveying is to work from whole to part, which means number of primary control points are established with high precision in and around the area to be surveyed. To establish the control point, जो आपका फील्ड एरिया रहेगा जहां पर आप सर्वे कैरिड आउट करने वाले हो, वो होल एरिया को आपको पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करना है. ओके, पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करने के बाद हम उस पर सर्वे परफॉर्म करते हैं. दैट मीन्स आपको बाउंड्रीज से स्टार्ट करना है, देन सेंटर पे आना है. By doing the surveying work, first of all you started the surveying work from the boundaries. Okay, whole area is to be divided into parts. Okay, so basically the main principle of surveying is to work from whole to part, which means number of primary control points are established with high precision. Okay, in and around the area to be surveyed. जो area हम सर्वे करने वाले हैं उसके अंदर या around. Okay, so basically here you have to establish a control points with the help of instruments. Whatever the instruments you are required for establishing the points, whether you require chain, compass, theodolite, okay, or tachometric. So with the help of instrument, you have to establish the control points. Okay, so as you all can see, the whole, and this is the part of that whole area. Okay, a very high precision is carried out in this type of survey. Next, to locate a new station by at least two measurement. See, as you have to refer some reference point. With that reference point, you have to establish your points. Okay, तो आपको एक ref carry out the surveying work. Okay, so here in this case, to fix the position of new stations, जब भी हम कोई new stations locate करते हैं, so you have to locate that point by at least two independent measurement. Okay, और two independent processes. The stations are fixed from points already fixed by whether you are using the linear measurement or angular measurement or both linear and angular measurement. Okay, so by performing linear measurement or angular measurement, you have to establish the new station with the help of two reference point. Okay, next. So here in this case, an example is displaying over this. Suppose you have to locate a point C. So for locating the point C, there are two reference points, that is AB. Okay, from B, by determining the by carried out the linear measurements from point B, and from you are able to establish a point C. Okay, so here in this case, linear measurement is carried out for establishing the point C with reference to AB. Okay, then in next figure, again the two reference points are there, A and B. Okay, and linear measurement is carried out, that is the distance, horizontal distance, that is horizontal perpendicular distance, to establish a point C. Okay, then in third case, again the reference point is AB and the angular measurement is carried out for locating the point C or for establishing the point C. Angular measurement is carried out, okay, from point B, and simultaneously distance, that is linear measurement, is also carried out for establishing the point C with reference to AB. Next, in the next case is with reference to AB, angular measurement is carried out for establishing a point C, right? As you all can able to see that theta 1 angular measurement is taken from point B and theta 2 angular measurement is taken from point A, and with the help of these angular measurement, a point C is established, right? Then, so here in this case, only angular measurement is carried out. Okay, then moving forward, in the next figure, you are able to linear measurement is also carried out and angular measurement is also carried out. Angular measurement is taken from the point B, that is theta, and the linear measurement is taken from point A, that is distance. Okay, so with the help of these angular and linear measurement, a new point is established, that is C. Okay, so in this way, you have to establish a new, right, or by carried out the linear measurement or by the angular measurement, you have to locate a point C with reference to two reference point A and B. So basically this is the overall phenomena of the second principle. So I hope you will understand the principles of surveying. That is, number one is work from whole to the part, and number two, locate the point by at least two measurements, that is linear or angular from the fixed point. Okay, so basically this is done for the high accuracy, right? So today in this presentation, in this introductory lecture of surveying 1, we covered the topics like what by surveying, right? The objective of surveying. Then we discuss about the uses of surveying. We discuss about the various type of maps. Okay, then we discussed about the classification of surveying, that is the primary classification, plane and geodetic surveying. Okay, in which the survey in which the curvature of the earth's surface is taken into consideration in plane surveying, and in geodetic surveying the curvature of the earth's surface is taken into consideration, and in plane surveying the curvature of the earth's surface is not taken into consideration. Okay, so make sure that the area and the curvature of the earth's surface consideration, based on that the two types are classified, right? Then we are discussed about the secondary classification, that is based on instrument, based on objects, based on land. Okay, then further we discussed about the main principle surveying. Okay, so number one principle, work from whole to the part, and number two, to establish a point with reference to two independent measurements, that is linear or angular. So here I conclude today's lecture. Hope you are able to understand the introduction to surveying 1. Okay, so thank you so much for your patience of listening this presentation. And in next lecture, we are going to deal with unit number 1, which is based on chain and compass survey. Till then, thank you.